Let's learn the three-letter words. A R M arm. A R M arm. A X E X. A X E X. A N T ant. A N T ant. B A G bag. B A G bag. B A T bat. B A T bat. B E D bed. B E D bed. B O X box. B O X box. B O Y boy. B O Y boy. B U G bug. B U G bug. B U N bun. B U N bun. B U S bus. B U S bus. C A P cap. C A P cap. C A R car. C A R car. C A T cat. C A T cat. C O W cow. C O W cow. C U B cub. C U B cub. C U P cup. C U P cup. D O G dog. D O G dog. F A N fan. F A N fan. F O X fox. F O X fox. H A T hat. H A T hat. H E N hen. H E N hen. H U T hut. H U T hut. J U G jug. J U G jug. J A M jam. J A M jam. J E T jet. J E T jet. K E Y key. K-E-Y, key. K-I-T, kit. K-I-T, kit. L-E-G, leg. L-E-G, leg. L-O-G, log. L-O-G, log. L-A-B, lab. L-A-B, lab. M-A-T, mat. M-A-T, mat. M-U-G, mug. M-U-G, mug. M-A-P, map. M-A-P, map. M-A-N, man. M-A-N, man. N-U-T, nut. N-U-T, nut. N-E-T, net. N-E-T, net. O-N-E, one. O-I-L, oil. P-A-N, pan. P-A-N, pan. P-E-N, pen. P-E-N, pen. P-I-E, pie. P-I-E, pie. P-O-T, pot. P-O-T, pot. P-I-N, pin. P-I-N, pin. P-I-G, pig. P-I-G, pig. R-A-T, rat. R-A-T, rat. R-U-N, run. R-U-N, run. S-U-N, sun. S-U-N, sun. S-A-T, sat. S-A-T, sat. T-A-P, tap. T-A-P, tap. T-O-Y, toy. T-O-Y, toy. T-U-B, tub. T-U-B, tub. V-A-N, van. V-A-N, van. W-E-B, web. W-E-B, web. W-E-T, wet. W-E-T, wet. W-I-G, wig. W-I-G, wig. Z-I-P, zip. Z-I-P, zip. R-X, ant, bag, bat, bed, box, boy, bug, bun, bus, cab, car, cat, cow, cup, cup, dog, fan, fox, hat, hen, hut, jug, jam, jet, key, kit, leg, log, lab, mat, mug, map, man, nut, net, one, oil, pan, pen, pie, pot, pin, pig, rat, run, sun, sat, tap, toy, tub, van, web, wet, wig, zip.
Snow White. Once upon a time, in a kingdom very far away, there lived a king and a queen. The king was handsome and kind. Everybody loved him, but the real ruler of the kingdom was his wife, the queen. Before she became queen, she worked in the castle kitchen. She was very poor, but she was also very beautiful and funny and very good at Scrabble. So the king fell in love with her and married her. The king loved the queen very much, but the queen was always afraid that the king would meet someone more beautiful. Luckily, the queen had a magic mirror. The mirror saw everything and knew everything. Every day the queen looked at herself in the mirror and asked, "Magic mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful of all?" And the mirror replied, "You are my queen. You are the most beautiful woman in the whole world." The queen was happy. She knew there was nobody in the world as beautiful as her. But one day, everything changed. The queen stood in front of the mirror and asked her usual question, "Magic mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful of all?" And the mirror replied, "You are very beautiful, my queen, but the most beautiful woman in the world is Snow White." The queen was shocked. "Who is the Snow White?" she asked the mirror. "Snow White works in the castle kitchen. She has hair as black as night, lips as red as roses, and skin as white as snow. As of 8 a.m. this morning, she is a wee bitty bit more beautiful than you." "Arg!" yelled the queen. She stomped her feet. She pulled her hair Then she sat down and sobbed, I will lose everything. The queen was afraid, and that fear turned her heart cold and hard. She called a trusted hunter to her room. Find the girl, Snow White, she ordered. Take her far, far away. Take her deep into the woods. And then the queen looked deep into the hunter's eyes. She must never come back. The hunter found Snow White and took her into the forest. When they reached the deepest, darkest part of the forest, the hunter stopped. Go, he whispered. Run fast and far and don't ever go home. Snow White watched the hunter disappear. Well, I cannot go home now, she muttered. She looked around at the dark and silent forest. It started to rain. But I cannot stay here either. Okay, feet, let's go. Snow White ran and ran. She ran across a stream, up a hill, and down into a dark valley. She ran all morning. By midday, her pale skin and rosy cheeks were covered in mud and scratches. By early afternoon, her long black hair was full of sticks and leaves. By night, she was not beautiful anymore. She was tired, hungry, and shivering with cold. But then Snow White smelled wood smoke in the air. She followed the smell and found a cottage in the woods. There was a warm golden glow from the windows. She knocked on the door. Hello, she called out. Is anyone home? There was no answer. She pushed the door and went inside. Inside the cottage were 7 tiny beds, 7 tiny chairs, and a roaring fire. A big table was covered with dirty dishes. Snow White was very hungry and thirsty. She found some bread and ate the whole loaf. She found some milk and drank the whole bottle. Then she sat in front of the fire to get warm. And just like that, she fell asleep. When she woke up, there were 7 dwarfs standing around her. Snow White rubbed her eyes. Who are you? She said. This is our house, said one dwarf angrily. Who are you? Shh, you all scare her, said another. She is a giant. She scares me, said yet another. Can I stay with you? Asked Snow White. It seems I cannot go home, the dwarfs whispered amongst themselves. Okay, they agreed, but only if you help us wash the dishes. We hate washed dishes. It's a deal, said Snow White. And so Snow White found a new home with the 7 dwarfs. Even morning she washed the dishes, and every morning as the dwarfs left for work, they said, Be careful, don't open the door for anyone. And thank you for washing the dishes. We really hate washing dishes. Back at the castle, the queen was feeling better. She thought Snow White was gone forever, but she was still a little afraid. Come and play Scrabble with me, my love, shouted the king from the bottom of the stairs. You can go first. Maybe later, dearest, replied the queen. She stood in front of her magic mirror. Magic mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful of all? The mirror replied, You are very beautiful, my queen, But the girl Snow White is the most beautiful woman in the world. Snow White is alive? Shouted the queen. She is living with 7 dwarfs in the forest, said the mirror. Last night she was not very beautiful, but as of 1 p.m. today, she is more beautiful than you. Rats, shouted the queen. She went to her closet and got her old coat and old boots. I will have to kill her myself. She ran out of the palace, jumped into her fastest carriage, and sped off towards the forest. Snow White was reading beside the fire when there was a knock on the door. Knock, knock. She peeked through the window. There was a woman holding a basket of fruit. The woman had a beautiful face, but she was wearing an old dress and old boots. Fruit, fresh fruit, apples and bananas, and pears and oranges. Oh, I want some fruit, thought Snow White. The woman saw Snow White through the window. Hello, dear, said the woman. Do you want some fruit? I have delicious apples today. I love apples, said Snow White. But I am not supposed to open the door for anyone. Those apples might be poisoned. Oh, how silly, said the woman. She cut an apple in half. Here you can taste half, and I will eat the other half. That way you know it's not poisoned. Snow White opened the door. The woman gave 1/2 of the apple to Snow White and ate the other half. When Snow White saw the woman eating the juicy apple, her mouth watered. She could not stop herself. She took a big bite of the apple. Almost immediately Snow White fell to the ground. That apple was poison. The queen sighed with a relief. Quickly she got back into her carriage and rode back to the castle. When the dwarfs arrived home, they found Snow White lying on the floor. They yelled in her ears. They tickled her feet. They poured cold water on her face, but she did not wake up. And so the dwarfs made a glass coffin for their beloved friend. They set it on a table in a beautiful part of the forest surrounded by flowers. Snow White lay there for over a year, through spring, summer, autumn, and winter. One day, a prince from a different kingdom was walking through the forest with his dog. He saw Snow White's strange glass coffin. He brushed off the leaves and saw Snow White inside. Just then, he tripped over his dog and knocked the coffin off the table. Oh no, oh dear, the prince shouted. But then an amazing thing happened. The piece of poison apple that was snug in Snow White's throat fell out, and she began to cough. The prince rushed to help her. Apples, she coughed. I beg your pardon, said the prince. No more apples, coughed Snow White. That night the queen stood in front of the magic mirror and asked her question. Magic mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful of all? And to her surprise, the mirror said, You are very beautiful, my queen, but Snow White is again the most beautiful woman in the world. What? Screamed the queen. And in her anger, she picked up a shoe and threw it at the mirror. The mirror smashed into 1,000 pieces, and the magic inside it was released. No, screamed the queen. She collapsed on the floor and fell into deep sleep. While she slept, the queen had a strange dream. In her dream, she was dancing in hot iron shoes. Her feet burned and burned, but she could not stop dancing. When the queen woke up from his terrible dream, it was morning. The sun was shining and the queen felt different. The magic mirror spell was broken, so she did not feel anxious or jealous anymore. She felt free. She went downstairs to find her husband. She really wanted to play Scrabble. And what happened to Snow White? The dwarfs were very happy to see Snow White alive. They invited the prince for dinner. When the prince learned that nobody liked washing dishes, he bought them a dishwasher. Everybody lived happily ever after.
Hello kids, let's learn the days of the week. How many days are there in a week? There are 7 days in a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So now let's spell the first one. Monday, M-O-N-D-A-Y, Monday. Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. Thursday, Thursday, Thursday. Friday, Friday, Friday. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Now sing this poem with me. I can sing the days of the week. There are 7 days in a week. I love days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday too. Wednesday, Thursday, next it's true. Friday, Saturday comes and then Sunday comes around again. There are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days in a week. I love days of the week. Rapunzel. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Rapunzel. Rapunzel lived in a tall tower in the middle of a forest. The tower had no ladder, no stairs, and definitely no elevator. There was no way to get up or down. So why did Rapunzel live in a tower? Well, it all started with a witch. As you know, witches can be very jealous. They especially hate people stealing herbs from their gardens. Unfortunately, Rapunzel's mother did not know this about witches. Many years ago, when she was pregnant with Rapunzel, she snuck over the fence and stole some parsley from the witch next door. The witch saw her stealing parsley. She was furious. She gave Rapunzel's mother 2 choices. Option 1 was the witch would curse her unborn baby girl. The girl would always be unlucky. She would meet the wrong people and say the wrong things and wear the wrong clothes for every occasion. Option 2 was, on the girl's 10th birthday, she would go to live with the witch. She would be the witch apprentice. The witch promised that eventually the girl would live happily ever after. Rapunzel's mother was heartbroken. She chose option 2, and on the evening of Rapunzel's 10th birthday, the witch came to take her away. She put Rapunzel in a tall tower in the woods. After that, every day was the same for Rapunzel. She cleaned her room at the top of the tower. She braided her long hair. And every day at lunchtime, the witch came to the tower. She stood under the window and shouted, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel threw her braid out of the window. The witch climbed up Rapunzel's hair like a rope and crawled in through the window. The witch taught Rapunzel how to make medicines with herbs, and Rapunzel loved the witch. She was Rapunzel's only friend. One night, Rapunzel was reading a book beside the window when she heard someone below. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." "That's strange," she thought. "The witch never comes this late." She threw her braid out of the window, and the person climbed up. But when this person reached the top, Rapunzel saw that it was not the witch, it was a man. Rapunzel quickly grabbed her book and smacked the man on the head. Get out, you are not the witch." The strange man fell to the floor. Oh, stop hurting me," he begged. "Who are you? What do you want? Why did you climb my hair?" demanded Rapunzel. "I am Justin. My name is Justin," he whispered. "I came here to save you." As you can imagine, Rapunzel was not very impressed. "Tell me, Justin," she growled. "Does it look like I need to be saved?" Justin sighed. "I am sorry. I thought this was my chance to be a hero." "What do you mean?" asked Rapunzel. "My chance to be a hero?" said Justin. "Every man needs to be a hero at least one in his life. It's the only way to live happily ever after." Rapunzel put down her book. "I don't need a hero," she said kindly. "Go away. Be a hero somewhere else. It's late. I want to go bed." Rapunzel threw her braid out of the window. "Well, can I come back and talk to you tomorrow?" Justin asked. "You seem nice. Also, I brought a rope for you, in case you change your mind one day." Fine, said Rapunzel. "Goodbye, Justin." And Justin climbed out the window and down Rapunzel's hair. The next day, Rapunzel cleaned her room and braided her hair. The witch came at lunchtime. She brought Rapunzel a sandwich and showed her how to make medicine to cure headaches. But as the witch was leaving, she saw Justin's rope lying on the floor. "Whose rope is this? Where did you get it? Do you want to escape?" Rapunzel tried to explain, but the witch was too upset. "I love you like a daughter. Do you really hate me so much that you want to leave?" "No, there was a man," Rapunzel said. "A man?" the witch cried. "Fine, go to him, go." Tears poured down the witch's face. Go and live happily ever after with this man." The witch threw some magic powder at the floor, and Rapunzel immediately fell asleep. When she woke up, she was not in the tower anymore. She was lying under a tree in the forest. Her hair was cut. Rapunzel cried for 10 minutes, and then she stood up and decided to look for her tower. Meanwhile, back at the tower, Justin returned as promised. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," he shouted from beneath the window, and the hair dropped down in front of his face. But as I am sure you know, it was not Rapunzel's in the tower. It was the witch. When Justin got to the top of the tower, the witch pulled him in through the window. "So you are the man who wants to take my Rapunzel," she said. "I see. Well then, go and live happily ever after together." The witch blew a handful of powder into his face, and with that, Justin was blind. After walking all night, Rapunzel found her way home, but the tower was gone. All that was left was a burnt circle on the ground. "Oh no!" cried Rapunzel, and she fell to the ground sobbing. But then she heard a voice coming from behind some trees. "Hello, is someone there? Can you help me? I cannot see anything." It was Justin. When Rapunzel saw Justin's blind eyes, she knew what to do. "Stay right there," she ordered. Rapunzel ran into the forest to find some herbs. She ground the herbs and made medicine. Then she put the medicine on Justin's eyes. Then she cried again. "Please don't cry," said Justin softly. "Why are you crying? My home is gone. My only friend is gone. You are blind. This is a mess." "Everything will be okay," Justin said. Then he smiled. "Trust me, I am a hero." For 3 days they camped in the forest. Rapunzel made medicine for Justin's eyes. Justin told her about every time he had tried to be a hero. Once he tried to fight a giant, but the giant was very kind. He invited Justin inside of tea. Once he tried to kill a dragon, but the dragon had baby dragons in its nest. Justin could not do it. "It's really hard to be a hero," he complained. When Rapunzel felt like crying, Justin told jokes until she laughed. When she could not sleep, he listened to all her worries. On the 4th day, when Rapunzel woke up, Justin was already awake. He was looking at her with his bright blue eyes. He could see. "Thank you, my beautiful friend," he said. "You fixed my eyes." Justin and Rapunzel walked to Justin's village. Rapunzel liked it in the village. Justin helped her build a new tower, and this time the tower had stairs. Rapunzel spent her days making medicine for sick people in the village. Did Justin ever become a hero? Yes, of course. There are many kinds of heroes, but the best and bravest heroes are the ones who help their friends through hard times. And Justin had helped his friend Rapunzel. In the end, Justin and Rapunzel both lived happily ever after, just as Witch had promised. Let's learn the shape's name. Candy circle, big and round, all I do is roll around. Semi-square is my name, my four sides all are same. Tommy triangle, proud as can be, count my sides 1, 2, 3. Reggie rectangle, don't get me wrong, 2 sides short, 2 sides long. Oreo oval, I am Oreo oval, a football shape is mine. Some people think that I am an egg, but I think I look fine. Dolly Diamond, I am Dolly Diamond. I have 4 sides, all of them are diagonal lines. Honey hexagon, I am Honey hexagon. I live in a hive. I have 6 corners and 6 sides. Tray trapezoid, I am tray trapezoid. I am so great. I have 4 sides, 2 slanted and 2 straight. Shelby star, I am Shelby star. Shining brightly is my game, with 5 sparkly points and lots of sides too. Hansel and Gretel. Many years ago, there was a woodcutter. He lived deep in the forest with his wife. She was a kind and gentle woman. They had 2 children, Hansel and Gretel. The family did not have much money, but their home was always cozy and warm, and the children always had soup and bread to eat. They never went hungry. One year there was a terribly cold winter, and Hansel and Gretel's mother became ill and died. In time, the woodcutter married another woman, but she was not kind and gentle. She was cruel and selfish. She wanted to be rich. She was angry that they could only afford soup and bread for every meal. The stepmother was especially cruel to Hansel and Gretel because she believed they were the reason the family was so poor. Young children, eat too much. It's your fault that we only have soup and bread. She wanted the children gone. One day, while the woodcutter was out cutting wood, the stepmother called Hansel and Gretel into the kitchen of their cottage. "There is not enough food to make soup for dinner," said the stepmother. "We all go hungry tonight. Go into the forest and pick some mushrooms to make a mushroom soup. I know where the best mushrooms grow." Hansel and Gretel were scared. They knew the forest was deep and dark and that it was to get lost. "Don't worry, I have a plan," whispered Hansel to Gretel. He went to the back of the house and filled his pockets with white pebbles from the garden. Then the 2 children started walking, following their stepmother's directions. Every few steps, Hansel dropped a little white pebble on the ground. They walked for hours, but they did not find any mushroom. Hansel waited until the moon was bright. The moonlight shone through the tall trees and made his tiny white pebbles glow. The stepmother was furious. She did not expect the children to find their way home. "Little fools, where are the mushrooms?" the stepmother shouted. "Now we have nothing to eat. There will be no dinner for you tonight. Go straight to bed." The children went to bed, hungry. The next morning, after the woodcutter left for work, the stepmother woke the children up. Wake up, you little fools. Today is your father's birthday, and I want to make an apple pie for his birthday dinner. Go into the forest and pick some apples. This time I will come too. I know where we can find a big apple tree." She gave them a loaf of bread for the lunch, and then she hurried them out the house. But clever Hansel had a plan. He did not eat his bread for lunch. Instead, he tore it into tiny crumbs. Every few steps, he dropped a crumb to mark the path. They followed their stepmother down the path around a corner and through the forest. Further, said the stepmother. The children walked deeper into the forest, but they did not see the apple tree. Hansel and Gretel walked and walked, deeper and deeper, no apple tree. But there was no reply from the stepmother. She was gone. He turned around to find the crumbs, but they were gone. The hungry birds had stolen every piece of bread. That night, the children slept in some soft bushes to stay warm. When they woke up, the sun was shining, the birds were singing, and there was sweet, delicious smell in the air. "I am so hungry," said Gretel. "I think I smell cookies." "Look," said Hansel, pointing a house. Hansel was starving, so he ran to the house and broke off a piece of the wall. "This tastes like a lemon cookie," he said, surprised. They were just about to try a piece of the purple candy door when it quietly swung open. "Hello," said an old woman from behind the door. "Do you children like sweets? I have more inside the house. Come in, don't be afraid." As soon as Hansel and Gretel were inside, she slammed the door and locked it. The children were trapped. The witch grabbed Hansel by his wrist. "You are too thin," she said. "I must fatten you up before I eat you." Then she threw Hansel into a cage and locked the door. Hansel began to cry. "Please don't eat me," he begged. But Gretel stayed calm. "Don't worry now, I have a plan," whispered Gretel. Then Gretel snuck over to her brother and she gave him a twig. "Tomorrow morning the witch will see if you are fat enough to eat. When she comes, give her this twig instead of your finger," she ordered. Next morning, when witch come to see the Hansel, and Hansel gave the twig in her hand, the witch thought, "The boy is not becoming fat. I should roast him." She heated up the oven, and when the witch bent down to look at the bright orange flames, Gretel quickly pushed her into the oven and slammed the door shut. That was the end of the witch. Gretel unlocked Hansel's cage. The children found a basket and filled it with cakes and cookies, pies and candies. They ran away as fast as they could. They ran all night, they ran through the forest. Eventually, they heard the sound of someone cutting woods in the distance. It was Woodcutter. The children ran to their father and hugged him and kissed him. He cried and cried, but he was actually very happy. Hansel and Gretel told the woodcutter the whole story. He ordered the stepmother to leave the house immediately and never turn. Hansel and Gretel never saw their stepmother ever again.
Let's learn the opposites. Big, small. Big, small. The opposite of big is small. Tall, short. Tall, short. The opposite of tall is short. Happy, sad. Happy, sad. The opposite of happy is sad. Full, empty. Full, empty. The opposite of full is empty. Left, right. Left, right. The opposite of left is right. Hot, cold. Hot, cold. The opposite of hot is cold. Sleep, awake. Asleep, awake. The opposite of asleep is awake. Young, old. Young, old. The opposite of young is old. Stop, go. Stop, go. The opposite of stop is go. Day, night. Day, night. The opposite of day is night. White, black. White, black. The opposite of white is black. Strong, weak. Strong, weak. The opposite of strong is weak. Front, back. Front, back. The opposite of front is back. Closed, open. Closed, open. The opposite of closed is open. Dry, wet. Dry, wet. The opposite of dry is wet. Bad, good. Bad, good. The opposite of bad is good.
Colors, the primary colors, red, yellow and blue. Colors, the primary colors, red, yellow and blue. Red, apple. Red, tomato. Red, flower. Red, bus. Colors, the primary colors, red, yellow and blue. Yellow, banana. Yellow, cheese. Yellow, fish. Yellow, shoe. Colors, the primary colors, red, yellow and blue. Blue, butterfly. Blue, bike. Blue, balloon. Blue, bird. Colors, the primary colors, red, yellow and blue.
kids, let's learn the months of the year. How many months are there in a year? There are 12 months in a year. The first month of the year is January. Let's spell it January. January. The second month of the year is February. Let's spell it February. February. The third month of the year is March. Let's spell it March. March. The fourth month of the year is April. Let's spell it April. April. The fifth month of the year is May. Let's spell it May. The sixth month of the year is June. Let's spell it June. June. The seventh month of the year is July. Let's spell it July. July. The eighth month of the year is August. Let's spell it August. August. The ninth month of the year is September. Let's spell it September. September. The 10th month of the year is October. Let's spell it October. October. The 11th month of the year is November. Let's spell it November. November. And the last month of the year is December. This is the 12th month of the year. Let's spell it December. December.